Right now, Walmart is quietly discontinuing a whole batch of familiar items you've been tossing into your cart on every trip. Prices are dropping day by day, shelves are thinning out week by week, and once they're gone, there's no more coming back. You'd be awesome if you subscribed and liked this video. One on streaming stick. Is that old TV in your bedroom or spare living room running slow and clunky? For under $20, you can turn it into a smooth-running smart TV. And that's exactly why the ONA streaming stick has been Walmart's best-selling electronics item for years running. Plug it in and it just works, with crisp 4K resolution and a Google TV interface that runs just as smooth as devices costing many times more. Under the hood, with 8 GB of storage and 1.5 GB of RAM, it handles Netflix or Disney Plus without a hitch, and its dual-band Wi-Fi holds up better than the first generation of many competitors in the same price range. Similar streaming sticks from other brands usually run $30 to $40, more than double for the same basic features. This generation is about to disappear from shelves. Walmart is upgrading its entire on-hardware lineup to optimize the newer Google TV and Roku TV interfaces, along with adding AI-powered smart home controls. This isn't random. The $15 streaming stick is being pushed into clearance to clear out warehouse stock, while its successor, the ON 4K Pro with a built-in smart speaker, will run up to $50, more than 3 times the price. Bundling a smart speaker and voice control into one device brings in a much better profit margin than a bare-bones budget streaming stick. If you just need something simple for that second TV, don't wait around for the Pro model. The old one still runs 4K just fine, and it costs a lot less. Grab 2 or 3 now as backups, because once this batch is gone, you're stuck with the pricier option. And while your new TV runs smooth, that snack you like to munch on in front of the screen is heading down the same road. 2 Frito-Lay specialty flavor snacks. You've got the bag in hand, sitting in front of your newly upgraded TV, but the fiery kick of Doritos Dynamita sticks, the crunch of Ruffles lime and jalapeno, or the bold taste of Tostitos black bean and garlic, 3 names that used to be the heart of every football watch party or weekend family get-together, are all in danger of vanishing from shelves. The problem starts behind the factory doors. PepsiCo, the parent company of Frito-Lay, just announced the closure of several major manufacturing plants, including the one in Rancho Cucamonga, California, along with a 20% cut to its entire snack food lineup. That plant used to churn out millions of bags a month for the entire western United States, so when it shut down, the supply chain broke almost overnight, not the kind of thing where a few items quietly fade away over time. The company is putting its weight behind the Simply NKD line, free of artificial colors, and protein-boosted Doritos, 2 directions seen as a better fit for today's healthier eating trends. Let's be honest, that bold, traditional heat is tough to keep when the recipe shifts toward healthier. Each serving of these bold flavors usually packs around 170 to 190 calories and about 210 milligrams of sodium, numbers the new formulas will likely cut down significantly. Right now, each bag runs around $3 to $4, and once the old production lines shut down for good, distributors won't have any way to restock shelves. If you're a fan of that classic bold heat, grab a few bags at Walmart this week, because once the new Simply lineup fills the shelves, prices will run higher and the flavor might not match what you're used to. The next one is even more surprising. An entire furniture brand just vanished from Walmart, and this time it's not seasonal clearance. 3 Progressive Furniture Budget Wood Composite Furniture. Coffee tables, TV stands, and budget wood composite dressers. For years, the name Progressive Furniture was tied to Walmart's affordable furniture section. Modern designs with enough durability for a rental apartment or a newly bought home. A mid-size coffee table set usually ran $80 to $120, 30 to 40% cheaper than comparable wood composite brands still on Walmart shelves today. The veneer-covered composite frame holds up well under weight, with coffee tabletops typically rated for around 50 pounds, enough to hold a mid-sized TV without warping over time. Unlike items that just take a seasonal break, Progressive Furniture has pulled off Walmart shelves between now and the end of 2026, and this exit is pretty much permanent. It's not about weak sales or a marketing shift. The company's main supplier in Mexico, which handled 60% of its total production, suddenly shut down. Losing that core supply chain, Progressive Furniture couldn't keep production running and had to shut down entirely, taking hundreds of product listings out of stock all at once. Walmart currently has no way to restock and is quietly looking for new furniture partners to fill the gap. This is a rare case, a brand disappearing not because you stopped liking it, but because the company itself no longer exists. Once the current inventory sells out, there's no second shipment, no second round of clearance, nothing. If you're thinking about furnishing your living room on a tight budget, now's the time before all these familiar pieces are gone from shelves for good. 4. Farberware and Mainstays manual dial air fryers. No touch screen, no app to fuss with, just turn the dial and start frying. The simpler it is, the less that can go wrong. For a lot of older folks, the 2-quart to 3-quart manual dial air fryers from Farberware and Mainstays, the most trustworthy appliances in the kitchen, with no error codes to figure out, no circuit boards to worry about frying. A 3-quart model can handle a small chicken or 2 servings of French fries for a family of 4 in a single batch. Average power sits around 1,400 watts, with a temperature range from 175 to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, covering everything from light reheating to a deep, crispy fry. The reason it's disappearing now is a bit more subtle. Older non-stick coating on some batches got pulled into a recall and clearance, and Walmart wants to make room for smart air fryers with touchscreens, apps, and more automated cooking programs. The company is betting on the connected kitchen trend, and the buying team sees the old manual dial models as outdated. Prices are dropping 50 to 70%, and a solid, reliable manual air fryer now runs about $15. Compare that to the smart models replacing them, usually running double that, from $40 to $60, not counting the risk of a circuit board failing after a few years, something the manual dial version is pretty much immune to. If you've got an older family member who doesn't want to deal with touch screens or worry about electronics glitching out, this one's worth grabbing without a second thought. The replacement, the Farberware digital air fryer with a ceramic coating and LED touchscreen, sounds fancier, but for a lot of older folks, more smart buttons just means more headaches. 5. Equate body wash and shampoo old formula. One bottle lasts the whole family for months, plenty of lather, cleans well, and smells good. That's why the 33.8-ounce Equate body wash and shampoo bottle became one of Walmart's best-selling household items for years. A bottle like that used to run around $4, while name brand versions at the same size usually sold for $12 to $15, a clear 3 times difference. Per ounce, the old bottle cost about 12 cents, while the smaller replacement bottle could push that per ounce cost up by nearly half, even though the sticker price barely changes. For a tight household budget, it was pretty much a no-brainer. But the old formula contains parabens and phthalates, 2 groups of preservatives and fragrance chemicals consumers are increasingly wary of. Walmart decided to replace the entire old Equate lineup with a new personal care line called Equate Clean Beauty, dropping both of those ingredients from the formula. Health-wise, that's a good move, but it comes with a side effect a lot of people don't notice. The new Clean Beauty line is expected to shrink down to around 20 to 22 ounces, meaning you'll need to buy more bottles to last the same amount of time, pushing your real cost up noticeably even if the shelf price per bottle doesn't change much. If your bathroom budget matters to you, stocking up on a few of the old large bottles right now is still the smarter move, enough to last half a year without worrying about price creep with each relaunch. 6. Great value frozen concentrate juice cans. Just add water and you've got a pitcher of orange or apple juice to last the family all week. The 12-ounce frozen concentrate cans from Great Value used to be a freezer staple in most American households. Each can cost about $1.25 and made almost a gallon of finished juice, working out way cheaper than a bottle of ready-made fresh juice at the same volume. The standard mix ratio is 1 part concentrate to 3 parts water, and if kept frozen the whole time, a can could hold its quality for almost a year, while the fresh refrigerated juice replacing it only stays at its best for about 7 to 10 days after opening. Now everything's changing from the ground up. Rising cold chain shipping costs are making this item less and less worth carrying from a business standpoint. At the same time, new regulations are tightening restrictions on potassium bisulfite and potassium nitrate, two preservatives that used to be common in store-brand canned goods. Falling sales, rising cold storage costs, and pressure from new additive regulations, all three combined pushed Walmart to discontinue the line. In its place, 2026 shelves will carry 100% fresh juice in sterile PET plastic bottles, under both the Better Goods and Great Value 100% juice lines, stored in the refrigerated section instead of the freezer. This replacement usually runs 3 to 4 per half-gallon bottle, noticeably pricier per unit than the old concentrate cans, even with fewer preservatives. Families used to stocking up for a month at a time will find the new refrigerated bottles less convenient, with a much shorter shelf life. Grab a few of the last concentrate cans now if you like doing it the old way. The next item is about cleaning house, something that sounds simple but has a sale going on right now you shouldn't skip. 7. Sterilite gasket box storage containers. Thick, clear plastic lets you see exactly what's inside. Sturdy latching lids, a rubber gasket that seals the edges tight against water, moisture, and even bugs. The 20 to 32 quart Sterilite gasket box has been rated 5 stars on home organizing forums across the board. The thick polypropylene plastic holds up under impact, and the 32-quart box runs about 24 inches long, stacking neatly in a closet or garage without the lids warping. The 32-quart box can hold a full set of winter blankets, while the 20-quart size fits perfectly in a kitchen cabinet for storing dry goods like flour, sugar, or cereal. Walmart is currently putting this item into rollback and clearance, dropping the original $16.98 price down to just $9.97, saving almost $7 per box. That's noticeably lower than comparable gasket-sealed boxes from other brands, which usually start at $13 or more for the same size. It's not because the product is low quality, it's simply that the company is updating the packaging for the next generation of these boxes. In other words, this is a clear-out to make room for a redesign, not a discontinuation due to poor sales. Getting a high-quality airtight box for under $10 makes this worth grabbing even if you don't have an urgent need right now. End-of-year cleaning season is coming up, and having a few large sealed boxes on hand ahead of time makes organizing a lot easier. Whenever you see a discount this deep, it's worth grabbing a few extra because Sterilite boxes are built to last year after year without falling apart. 8. Time and True Cotton Dress Collection. The flowy tiered knit dress, the playful flutter sleeve mini dress, the easy-to-style midi t-shirt dress. 3 of Time and True's core styles are made from 100% natural cotton, woven thick and breathable, without the synthetic polyester blends that make a lot of cheaper dresses feel stuffy. The cotton fabric weighs in at about 6 ounces per square yard, with sizes running from XS to 3X, so most body types can find a good fit. A flattering waist gather and 2 handy side pockets work for the office, the beach, or a day out, all for just $14.98 a piece, with a few styles running slightly higher. A dress with this kind of thick, genuine cotton would usually run $35 to $45 at other mid-range fashion brands, more than double the current price. The issue comes down to Walmart's seasonal sales schedule. The company is doing what's called planogram optimization, rearranging store layouts to make room for jeans, sweaters, and fall and winter jackets on the women's fashion floor. The entire summer dress lineup, including these 3 styles, is being pushed into clearance to move out inventory as fast as possible. It's not that the dresses are ugly or unpopular, it's just the standard seasonal rotation big retail chains go through. Pure cotton fabric also tends to get swapped out for cheaper blended fabrics in later collections to cut production costs. So this might be one of the last runs to keep genuine cotton at this price. If you like this breathable fabric, don't wait until next year, because once the fall and winter racks take over, this summer dress line is pretty much gone until next spring. Your family's breakfast is about to change too, and not everyone's noticed this happening right on the cereal aisle. 9. Great Value Cereal Old Formula. That familiar white box, just $150 for an 18-ounce box, about 60% cheaper than name brand cereals at the same weight, which usually sell for over $4 a box. It keeps its crunch pretty well even after sitting in milk for a while, with each 3/4 cup serving containing about 10 grams of sugar, much lower than a lot of sugar-coated kids' cereals, plus about 1 gram of fiber, enough for a quick breakfast. Walmart is refreshing the entire Great Value packaging line, switching to a more upscale navy blue design and reworking the formula to remove artificial coloring from the product. This is part of a broader rebranding push for the store brand, aiming for a cleaner, more premium image. That sounds like good news health-wise, but new formulas often come with a noticeably different taste. Not everyone finds them as good as the original, and premium packaging tends to bring higher prices down the road. The old white box is currently being sold off to make way entirely for the new Great Value Clean Label version and the new Better Goods granola line. If your family's been used to the original flavor for years, now's the time to grab a few boxes to stock the pantry. Once the old formula is gone from production, there's no getting that flavor back. 10. Ozark Trail Instant Canopy and Screen House. How long does it take you to set up a tent? With the Ozark Trail 10-foot by 10-foot instant canopy, the answer is 60 seconds, no tools, no 2 people wrestling with poles. The no-see-em mesh screen keeps out even the tiniest bugs. The whole set weighs about 45 pounds, including the carry bag, the fiberglass frame flexes well, and the UV-resistant canopy fabric noticeably cuts down the heat inside during a hot afternoon. This size canopy comfortably covers a barbecue table for 8 to 10 people, and the same size screened-into house is perfect for eating dinner outside without getting bothered by mosquitoes. But as fall 2026 rolls around, Walmart is stopping restocking on this line to shrink the summer outdoor section and free up warehouse space for cold weather camping gear and heaters. To be fair, this is purely the standard seasonal rotation retail goes through, not a case of poor quality or a permanent discontinuation. The original price usually runs around $130 to $150, and the current clearance is typically 30 to 40% off, the deepest discount of the year for this item. If you've got camping trips or backyard parties planned, this is your best price of the year right in front of you. Wait for the summer outdoor season to restart, usually around March or April 2027, and prices definitely won't be this low again. The next thing is about that fan running in the corner of your room all summer long. 11. Mainstays 16-inch manual stand fan and tower fan. With 3 speeds, a manual dial, sturdy plastic body, the Mainstays 16-inch stand fan is a cheap but reliable appliance for a hot summer. Max airflow reaches about 1/200 CFM, with noise levels running 55 to 65 decibels depending on speed, quiet enough to run all night without disturbing an older family member's sleep. No remote needed, no connecting to anything, plug it in and it runs. Simple enough that it's hard to break. This fan usually runs $15 to $20, close to the lowest price for a sturdy stand iron fan still on shelves. Just like the Ozark Trail Canopy, this fan is heading into end-of-season clearance to make room for incoming fall and winter items. This is purely seasonal rotation, not a case of a faulty product or customer complaints. Walmart needs shelf space for heaters, electric blankets, and other items getting ready for the cold season ahead. The 2026 replacement is a Mainstays tower fan running a smart inverter BLDC motor, saving up to 40% on electricity and controllable through Wi-Fi, but it runs $45 to 63 times the current price. For families who just need basic airflow, that price difference is hard to make back through electricity savings alone. If you just need a durable, easy-to-use fan for an older family member, no app or Wi-Fi required, grab one now before this manual model leaves shelves for good. 12. Mainstays wood composite furniture, non-FSC certified. A folding desk and a 3-tier bookshelf you assemble yourself, minimalist design. This used to be the top pick for students and short-term renters thanks to low prices and dead simple assembly. No contractor, no special tools needed. A 36-inch wide folding desk runs about $25 and a 4-foot 3-tier bookshelf runs about $30, both 40 to 50% cheaper than the FSC certified wood furniture set to replace them. The desktop is rated for about 40 pounds, and the bookshelf holds 25 pounds per shelf, with assembly usually taking just 15 to 20 minutes using a few screws included in the box. The reason this line is disappearing ties back to something mentioned earlier. Progressive Furniture, the supplier behind most of Walmart's affordable wood composite furniture, officially shut down due to a broken supply chain. At the same time, Mainstays is shifting its entire wood composite lineup toward FSC certified wood, meaning wood sourced under more strict sustainability standards, and that standard always comes with higher material and certification costs. Both factors together are wiping this familiar budget furniture line off shelves in a short window of time. If you're moving into a new apartment or your kids are heading back to school and need an affordable desk, now's the time to catch this final clearance. Labor Day in early September is usually a big sale period for home goods and furniture, but for this line, stock could run out before that sale even happens, since this is a permanent discontinuation, not a seasonal markdown. The last item on this list is sitting right in your desk drawer, something most people never think twice about. 13. Pen and gear office supplies in clamshell packaging. Stainless steel scissors, a responsive pocket calculator, and a compact pencil sharpener, all packed in that hard heat-sealed plastic clamshell packaging, keeping products intact, scratch-free, and protected from bumps during shipping and display. Scissors run $0.50 and a small pocket calculator runs about $1.25, 60 to 70% cheaper than name-brand office supply versions of the same items. Along with scissors and calculators, paper clips, clear tape, and sticky notes are also getting cleared out, and a full basic office supply bundle now runs under $5, less than half the cost of buying each item separately at a dedicated office supply chain. Walmart is clearing out this final batch of clamshell packaged items at nearly giveaway prices, shifting all office supply packaging over to recyclable cardboard called EcoBox. This is part of a broader retail industry trend, cutting down on single-use plastic and increasing recyclable materials. It sounds small, but it's affecting thousands of product listings at once. The upcoming EcoBox packaging usually costs more to produce than plastic clamshells, and that difference will almost certainly show up in retail prices on future shipments. Back-to-school season is just a few weeks away, the perfect time for parents to stock up on cheap school supplies for their kids or refresh a home office setup for next to nothing. Once Walmart fully switches over to EcoBox packaging, prices on similar items are bound to creep up. Buy now, stock up for the whole school year. It's still the smartest move you can make right now. Don't rush out and buy everything. First, figure out exactly which items are worth grabbing today and which ones can wait for their replacements. Buy at the right time, and you hold on to the flavor, the durable item that lasts for years, and a few dozen dollars that would have otherwise gone into a pricier new version. Shop smart out there.